Welcome to Larry's Library. This week I am reviewing Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' latest original graphic novel, Houses of the Unholy. Now, like all of the most recent stuff they're doing, it did not come out as a comic book originally. It's an original graphic novel, and these are coming out as standard size hardcovers. Not my favorite format, but what are you going to do? This one is 144 pages. The MSRP, if you should be so unfortunate as to pay MSRP, it is $24.99. But as I say, get it from a good discounter. My favorite being IST, InStockTrades.com, where you can get it right now for, let's see here, $14.49. It's still in stock as of the time of shooting. Now, as I said in the intro there, the writer on this is the phenomenal Ed Brubaker, and his longtime partner, Sean Phillips, is the artist. The colors on this one are by Sean Phillips' son, Jacob Phillips. Really nice colors. Good stuff here. And though it is a standard size hardcover, it is a pretty robust book. Had no problems with the binding. Laid open nicely, in fact. There was not much of the mousetrap effect going on here as I read this one. So I'm happy to report that. Now, on its surface and on that cover, this looks like a horror book. And I would characterize it as being horror adjacent. This is more of a thriller, really, when you get right down to it. A suspense crime thriller, you might call it. But the trappings and the vibe, the overall atmosphere, is definitely one of horror. The main character here is Natalie Burns. And Natalie was a little girl back in the 80s, and she was caught up in the whole satanic panic thing that was going on at the time in the media, where they found satanic cults hiding behind every crime or every rumor of a crime, and it was all just sort of a panic, and very little of it panned out to be anything based in reality. And so it was her and several other little kids around her age, all were telling just horrendous, horrible stories, lies about various innocent adults that really didn't do anything to them, didn't do them any harm, and they just, they kind of got their imaginations went wild, and they just all sort of told this lie, and the lie just snowballed into a whole thing. And later it was revealed that none of it was true, and so that whole situation has plagued these characters throughout their whole lives, trying to get away from that lie they told as a little kid. Events of this story seem to take place roughly in the present. So this was decades ago when the lie took place as a little kid. But now it seems like various members of that group of little kids are being murdered, maybe. And so this FBI agent pursues Natalie to protect her and to try to figure out what's going on. And to try to figure out, is someone really targeting these former kids or not? You know, so we have a mystery inside of another mystery, as these things kind of do, and it is very fascinating. So this is suspenseful and really grabs you right at the beginning and just drags you along, and you're wondering what the hell is going on. Is this real? Is this guy for real? What happened to them? Did something really happen to these kids, and are they being pursued now as adults? And all of these questions are answered by the time we get to the end. But then, sadly, the story runs out of steam, and it just, well, I'm not sure that's a good way to put it. It doesn't run out of steam so much as Ed Brubaker just decides to stop writing. This has the most horrendous, terrible non-ending I've read in a modern graphic novel in some time, I must say, and was an utter disappointment as a Brubaker fan for me to read this. I mean, I typically don't do bad reviews on this channel, and it's not because I lie. I don't lie at all. I tell you the truth. It's just that if I read something and it doesn't come out as a 7 or above, I'm not even going to bring it to you, because why do that? But the art here is so spectacular, and the premise and the plot on this is just perfect. It's right up my alley. I mean, it's great. Everything about this is great until you get to the end, and then you have no ending. It's a total non-ending. It's like we're missing an entire chapter, or at least 5 or 10 pages to sum up how this thing resolves, or if it resolves at all. So, yeah, I can't recommend this to well, very many people. Who can I recommend this to? I can recommend this to the Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips completist, for sure. People that are collecting all of his work and are just going to read it anyway, go for it. Just know that you're not going to get an ending here at all. You're just going to get a stopping of the story. You're reading 144 pages, and then it just stops. Okay? That's it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know how he thought that this was an ending. I mean, if you're looking for a bow on top of this one, there's no bow. Okay? there's just an ending. A non-ending, really. So, yeah, I was sorely disappointed in this lack of an ending, I must say. And if you're just a casual Brubaker Phillips fan, and you don't get all of their stuff, probably stay far away from this one, I have to say. So yeah, this is a 6 out of 10 to me, regrettably. I didn't think I could ever give anything this team does below an 8 or a 9. But it's happened with this one. This is 6 out of 10. So this is for the hardcore fans only of this team. Hope you like taking a quick look at this one. Didn't take long. And I will see you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Let me know what you thought of this book if you've read it down in the comments. And I'll see you next time.